Hello, my beautifuls. Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a full moon in Aries reading. This should be an interesting transit. It should be very interesting. Now, so what I know, being your half-assed astrologer, because I'm not that, if you want somebody super professional that knows everything about astrology, then you need to find someone else on the platform. But what I can tell you is what I have learned from those professionals. And that is that we have this moon coming up, and this is a full moon. It's the last super moon of the year. The super moon means that it's just going to be closer to the earth than most of the moons. It will look bigger. It's called the harvest moon because it is at the time of harvest in the northern hemisphere. And, a lot of this is the time of what you are reaping, what you have sown, which is a very interesting energy in this Libra season, right? So one thing I do know is that Aries is ruled by Mars and Libra is ruled by Venus. So it could be an auspicious time for those of you who are looking for reconnection or resolution or coming together with someone that you may have love feelings for, that this transit might help you with that. So Aries is the opposite on the astrology wheel from Libra. So what could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? Well, what's going to happen is with Mars and Venus present, that they are, it's a time for yin and yang, right? Yeah, so it is a full moon in Aries and Libra season. That's Venus and Mars, and that is yin and yang energy. So very interesting energies all about. To find out how it's going to affect your particular signs, you should probably go look that up. All right. So I think it's going to be, usually a full moon is a time for letting things go. It's time for rest. You should take care of yourself. I don't think it's going to be that way this time because it's an Aries. It feels like it's going to be, for some of you, it can be a little bit of a hairy time. Yeah. More action than you expected. All right. Let's figure out what's going on, please, for this full moon energy on the 29th of September for the collective, please. I will call out the signs and symbols as you need to see them and hear them in order to know what's going on. But please, please put on your intuitive hat. This is your reading. You need to know how it interprets for you. All right, here we go. We've got meditate and contemplate. We've got work through your fears. Very interesting. Because Aries energy is just about that, right? It is working through your fears and moving forward anyway. Aries is very brave, the leader, right? One more. All right. So we have new moon in Pisces. It says meditate and contemplate. So it is a time, I feel, for some of you to be very aware of your meditation schedule and the time that you're taking to contemplate about you, the things that you know will transpire. I feel like the new moon in Pisces indicates that it's a good time for diving deep within yourself or realizing things. It's the energy of the intuition, right? It's the knowing. We have worked through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Well, Scorpio is that for sure, very brave and protective. Work through your fears. I feel, collective, that you are supposed to just put your head down and keep going like the ram would, right? Aries. Yeah, Aries energy here. We have Gemini and Sagittarius. It says new moon in Gemini, full moon in Sagittarius. The new moon in Gemini says communication is key. And then we have look at the bigger picture. New moon in Sagittarius. There's always a silver lining, my friends. Yes, the universe never leaves you out to dry, right? The universe is always going to throw you a tower and then throw you the star. Card number 16, card number 17 in the tarot. I feel like you're supposed to look at that bigger picture. Communication is key as you work through your fears, though. Speaking it out, telling people, being honest, being authentic. All right. Bottom of the deck we have, it's a time for healing. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's take a look here. Tell me more about the collective and this full moon in Aries, please. How those energies will play out. How will those energies play out for the collective, please? tell me about meditate and contemplate. So we are looking already at Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius energy. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Very interesting. Interesting energy. Someone has decided to not define themselves as the wounded warrior, someone who is wounded. And it's when we start to see ourselves as broken that it's not a good thing. And I feel as though somebody has tapped into the power, the magic of meditation and contemplation. And I feel that a knowing comes with that, a knowing that I am not broken beyond repair. I'm not. I can come out from behind the fear wall. It's time for me to be authentic. Somebody here, it feels like it's going to be risky, kind of. It feels like it is a risk. But I want to say that with the wands, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, that somebody here has decided to put down the wands, no longer to be identifying themselves as someone who is the wounded warrior, who wears that medal on their chest of, go ahead, hurt me, I can take it. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody's not into that energy anymore. We're into healing, meditation, and contemplation. We have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. For some of you, you could be experiencing financial issues. Look, you know, no matter where you go in the world, it's like the economies are shit right now. And especially in Canada and the US, it feels like we're being hit really, really hard by a recession. So I feel like your fears might in part be about financial ruin, or the fear of, because this is scarcity, right? It's like, it's a feeling like you're not enough, you don't have enough. And as we get into these feelings of not having enough or not feeling enough, the universe says, okay, sure. All right. If that's what you want. The universe doesn't feel the energy of feelings, right? It's not like they know whether it makes you happy or whether it makes you sad. They just know that whatever you think about comes about. So I'm going to say that working through your fears is going to take planning. So Scorpio is here, and Scorpio, if nothing else, is a strategic planner, will move very slowly, make harsh decisions if they need to, because they have the capability to do that, make kind and strong decisions. And I think that you are going to, have to be a little more organized with your finances. And so that means that instead of maybe going out and buying brand name cereal, maybe you're going to eat no name for a while, maybe you're going to eat just generic food for a while. And, whatever the changes are that you have to make, I feel like it's doable. I want to say that you can work through this fear, because the Scorpio energy would never let up. Scorpio's tough like that. Scorpio will not let up, right? Also, being a fixed sign, never tell Scorpio no. So I'm going to say that this Five of Coins could be about finances, but it doesn't have to be for all of you. For some of you, it could feel like right now you're just feeling lonely, or you're feeling like you're on the outside looking in, and you need a plan to get back into some sort of energy of feeling included, or feeling like you need to get yourself into an inclusive group or something, it feels like. So it feels like it's a little bit of lack for me, right? It feels like somebody's trying to work through their feelings of lack or scarcity, or not feeling enough or having enough, whether that's in relationship or real life. Pentacles are the 3D world, right? We have communication is key. And so right now it feels like there is someone that you're not communicating with. And it's because you've chosen to not see the situation for what it is. And so I want to say with Gemini is so highly intelligent, I find, but Gemini, once they believe something, they won't let it go. They just won't let it go. Even if you present them with 100 arguments that tells them that it's wrong, they will not let it go. And that's the truth. And it feels like that right here, the Two of Swords. It's like, nope, I don't need to see it. I'm right. I don't need to see what's going on here. I know what's going on here. Yeah, that's what that feels like here. I don't need to change my mind. You need to change your mind. It feels like somebody's stuck, because make no mistake about it, the Two of Swords is a block, right? It's blocked energy. I choose not to see it, even though I know that it might be something that'll change my mind. And truth be told, that maybe that's the fear, that it might make you think about it from a different perspective, and then all of a sudden you realize you weren't right. So somebody is stuck here in the Two of Swords, not making a decision, even though they know that they should make a different decision. It's a choice, though. It's your choice. Communication is key. You got to open up if you're going to resolve whatever is got you blocked here. We've got, look at the bigger picture. We've got the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. I love that. We're seeing the bigger picture right here. The thing is that sometimes we think we're working on something very small, right? That this isn't going to make that big of an impact. Why am I spending all my time trying to get rid of my ego? Why am I spending all my time trying to love myself more? Well, the little bit of work he's doing, look what it's transpiring to in the background though, right? All the little steps count. All the little steps count. So the 3 Pentacles here tells me that that there is some sort of a partnership. Full moon in Sagittarius is adventure. They are the adventurous one, the one who likes to travel, excitement. Somebody here is looking at the bigger picture of, it feels like the bigger picture is, look, it is leading up to like the building of something huge in the future, but you feel like the work is very tedious. You're going slow, very tedious, right? Pentacles are earth energy, moving super slow at a, trying to move forward to achieve something here, but it feels like it's taking forever. What I want to say is look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is not that you do it all at once. The bigger picture is small bits of consistency throughout. If you do that one thing over and over and over again, look, I've been reading cards for a while, and it isn't until I hopped on this platform and started reading 4, 5, 6, 8 times a day, sometimes 10, that my abilities started to change and become more sharper, and I became a channeler, which I never did before at the very beginning. And it's because you're stretching a muscle consistently, bit by bit, step by step. It leads to something huge. But right now, I think you're being asked in this energy of the full moon, I think you're being asked to look at things from a different perspective. That maybe you're adding a small contribution, but if you look at your contribution over the year, it's huge. Yeah. Sagittarius energy, November, December. I feel like at the end of the year here that you're kind of like this energy is lingering, and you're going to be pulling back and looking at the bigger picture of everything and how it, got excited, and how it all comes together in one fell swoop. I feel like 2024 is going to be a really good year because it says here right now that this is a time for healing. So I feel like you are supposed to be healing all of this right now. Your finances, making decisions, realizing that maybe you're not right all the time. Sagittarius, and I'm not saying Gemini, I'm not saying every Gemini thinks they're right all the time. It always depends on your chart and your moon and your rising. But that's the energy that I'm getting from here. So take it as it resonates if it's you or if it's somebody else. We've got the bottom of the deck, and that is the Strength card. We've got the 3 of Swords and the Fool. Okay, you're recovering from a decision that you made that didn't work out very well. I do believe it ended up being disappointing. You're trying to find your way through it. You're trying to be strong, finding your way through it. We've got Leo energy here. We've got Aries energy at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Star. So I feel as though you jumped at something that was shiny. Is what I want to say. It sounds like a fire sign. You took a leap at something that was shiny, thinking that it was going to work out in a 4 of Wands kind of way. So we have the Fool here, which is Aries. We have Aquarius here, and then we have the 4 of Wands. It almost feels like somebody tried to play house with an Aquarius, and it didn't work out. They ended up on the shoreline waiting for ships to come in. We go from the 4 of Swords to the 3 of Swords. We go from possibly somebody here, maybe an Aries, is with an Aquarius or someone who has Aquarius in the chart. That person, I think that you thought you were going to be playing house with, and I don't think that's the way it worked out. I think that I feel as though there was a lot of intellectual stimulation from this person. They are the Star. They're very intelligent. They're very connected. But I feel like this person really isn't the person who you're thinking about in the love space here. I don't think that they were compatible with you as it pertains to the heart space, because they were very much in Swords. They're very logical. They don't usually like to deal in emotions. when things get tough, an air sign deals with it, in fact. And that's the truth of it. All right. Let's clarify a little bit for you here. Tell me more about the moon in Pisces. It feels like someone's healing. Piscean energy here, the koi fish, the meditate and contemplate. It feels like somebody's been healing themselves, and I feel like through this full moon energy is a time for you to let go. Let go of all the things that make you feel like you are the wounded warrior. If you are someone who does full moon rituals, then I think that this is appropriate here. For those of you who don't, there's a really easy way. If you want to participate that way, it is quite cathartic, and I know, for some of you, you don't believe in rituals, but for those of you who do, the most easy one to do is to write down the things that you want to disconnect from, cut out of your life, or let go, release. Write them down on paper and then burn them somewhere safe. Make sure it's somewhere safe so you don't hurt anybody, start any major fires, okay? It could even be in a fireproof container in your backyard, right? So I'm going to say that somebody here is releasing on the full moon. They are releasing and healing. Tell me more about that. You could be a fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. We have the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Somebody is thinking like I feel like this energy here is saying, I got something to say. I have to say something. I also want to say that there's going to be rapid healing here. That if you stay consistent a little bit every day, if you stay consistent, I do believe by the end of the year, you get the bigger picture of where you've come from. And where you've come from is labeling yourself. I don't think anyone else has labeled you with the wounded warrior. I think you look at yourself that way. We have the Empress. I love it. You're healing. Look, you are healing. I feel like the Empress is here because that's who you end up being after all of this healing. I feel like you, with the Empress here, the Empress is Libra and Taurus, right? Those are both Venusian signs. Very much about love. I feel as though you begin to love yourself more. You stop labeling yourself, my friend. I feel like it's the end of the labels for you. And I feel it causes you to learn, to grow. The Empress is here. Page of Wands, King of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so for those of you who've been having financial issues, that is about to get better. I feel like if you are the person who decides to sit down with the finances and go over them with a fine-tooth comb and cut out what you don't need, be very organized, strategic, and planned, that's Scorpio energy. If you're willing to do that, I do believe the payout is abundance for you. It might be, maybe you don't need cable, right? Maybe you just need to go with a couple $5 streaming services. But it feels like there needs to be some cuts made here in order to grow the abundance. I feel you're successful at it. It's a combination of your healing and your knowledge is what I think. It's the healing is that, I can have anything that I want. I'm not behind the fear wall. I'm not scared of it anymore. And I feel like that's what heals you into this Empress energy here. It's a balance of energy. It's a balance of love. It's creative energy. It's she's holding a wand. It's having very, realizing your worth, realizing that you can do it, that you have all parts present right now. So I feel like if you are the one who is going to, over the next 3 months, possibly be very strategic with your finances, the Page of Wands is here. I feel like you're going to be able to live more spontaneously. It's going to be happier. It's going to be a lighter time is what I want to say. I feel like there is a block here, though. The Page of Wands is here. It says communication is key. The Page of Wands is here. A messenger is coming, I want to say. I also am seeing this energy with the Five of Pentacles as saying that things take off. The way finally opens, a message comes in. And I feel like it's a message that you maybe have not been looking forward to, something you've not been looking forward to talking about. It could be a financial planner. We've got the King of Wands here, somebody who is a king nonetheless, but always works from passion. It might be someone communicating with you about something that you're very passionate about, a beginning of something. I'm going to say just be flexible. This Two of Swords tells me that you're not flexible to seeing the other side. Something someone else might bring to you that you didn't think up about yourself, that maybe you're not listening to it. I feel like whatever message is coming to you is something that is going to, it's going to make you want to take action on some sort of a project or a partnership. It's going to end up in celebration. We have the Three of Cups here. Looking at the bigger picture. I want to say, and I didn't intend on coming in here like with 3 months in mind, but it almost feels like it's a path toward the last 3 months of the year. And I want to say it ends in celebration. Of course, that's New Year's, right? That's what it feels like. That you've been so slow and tedious working on all of these things strategically, trying to change your mind about things. I feel like you finally get the look of the bigger picture close to the end of the year. I feel like this time is preparation for you. It's a time of preparation, my friends. Tell me about this Two of Swords. It's throwing weird energy at me. Tell me about this Two of Swords here, please. You could be... Did I drop a card? No. Okay. All right. You could be the King of Wands, right? You could be someone who is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. We've got the Empress here, who is Libra and Taurus. Tell me about this Two of Swords, please. What's this block? I feel like an opportunity comes. It's a small opportunity or a message, a quick message, a passionate message. Somebody has something to say. It's almost like they bust into your life. Interrupt you. It could be a text or something. Do you know what I mean? You don't expect to hear from them. I think that's what it is. And it feels like this person wants you to follow them on the path. But you end up leading it because you're the King of Wands. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please. What is it that the collective does not see? Justice is coming. Justice in what, please? Justice and happiness. The Sun is here. The Seven of Cups. It's overwhelming happiness, my friend. So it feels like you need to make a decision, and it's going to require flexibility. But I think that the reason you are probably going to make the decision is because you're the leader. I'm looking at the Gemini energy with the King of Swords. You're the leader. You're the one that does the thinking. You're the one that comes up with the big idea. Do you know what I mean? Like you're the one who after thinking it over, you decide that you're going to take action, it feels like. And I'm telling you, it's going to be good, but you need to see the situation differently. Somebody who's possibly younger than you or less experienced in life or less experienced in your place of work, this person is going to come to you with a big idea and you're going to shut it down at the very beginning. And I don't care if it's about love or money or a job or whatever it is, you're going to shut the idea down because you know better. But I feel like what happens is once you really do look at it again, it feels like once you finally take the blindfold off, the thing that is covering her eyes here, I feel like you see the situation for what it is and you decide to take action here. It's going to end up lovely, like really lovely. Seven of Cups and the Sun kind of lovely. Beautiful, all kinds of opportunities and love and emotions and to connect to people. It feels like you are getting justice in all of this, but you need to make the decision to take action on some sort of a project or a partnership. And it's going to lead to wonderful things. I feel like by the end of the year, probably. All right, tell me about the Five of Coins, please, for the collective. We've got the King of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at that. King of Pentacles on the Five of Pentacles. Your money troubles are going to subside, my friend. I want you to really be diligent with your meditations, please, and your manifestations. And that doesn't just mean you're asking Santa for things. That's not what it means. It means that if you want it, you have to act as though you have it. I'll give you a for instance. For instance, you really want that person. You know that person is your soulmate or your twin flame, and you really want that person back in your life. And then you decide to go shopping for bedding. And you're like, oh, what would my twin like? Maybe they might like light blues rather than pinks. Maybe they might like something that's a little bit masculine but oddly feminine, like with beautiful pinks and blues together. Or do you know what I mean? Like it feels like you need to, if you want that person, you need to plan your life. Now, if that person's in really good physical shape, then maybe you need to plan to get in really good physical shape, because we already know that you are attracting what you are, not what you want. Okay? And it doesn't mean you got to be skinny or got to be in the tip-top shape of your life to attract somebody. I mean that what you're attracting is what you are. So look around you. Who are you attracting? And if that person keeps coming from the past, why are you attracting them? It's because you're not changing. All right, so tell me about this Three of Pentacles here. I feel like you're taking action on a partnership or a project. What is this? We have the Star. We have the Star here, and this is a big idea. It feels like it's a very big idea, one that is going to bring a lot of abundance. All of a sudden you have hope here. It feels like what you have hope about is an opportunity that possibly you gave up back there. So it could be an opportunity for partnership. Now, partnership to me is not love. It is friendship. It's friendship, friend of a friend. We go out together. I know you through other people. So it feels like somebody wants to work on the partnership because they see a lot of hope, healing, a lot of great things with the Star present, right? And the Four of Cups feels like somebody had slept on it. Yeah, that maybe when the opportunity came by, that you just didn't look at the opportunity. You weren't ready to do that. And you know why? Because you weren't willing to change your mind to see the situation for what, maybe you just weren't ready to release it to the universe. I feel like we go from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands because I think you see the value in whatever's being worked on here a little at a time. And then we have the Hanged Man. So it feels like you are seeing something from someone else's point of view, possibly someone that you gave up an opportunity with or decided not to even take the opportunity. It feels like maybe you weren't interested, I think, at the time. But I think now that you're seeing it from someone else's point of view here, it feels like there is, there's happiness to be had as we carry on into the future. Okay, I got sidetracked, but here we go. Back to this, the King of Pentacles here. Your money's going to be fine. Yeah. I think it's that you need to see your own worth. You need to believe in you and believe that you can do it. And I think this is you taking off here, leaving this behind. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. You're leaving it behind. Six of Pentacles. It's time to get in some type of reciprocity. It's time to get some balance in the finances. I love these cards and the way that they separate the pentacles. We've got two here, right? Separate from the four. So it feels like somebody is going to tighten the reins, is going to keep everything in order. And it feels like I'm going to hold on to it. I feel like you're about saving money now. You're about not spending too much money. It feels like you become the King of Pentacles because you've been strategic and you look over everything. I really think that this particular moon for most of you is going to be about getting things in order. If you are not a risk taker, I feel like you'll be taking little tiny risks, Three of Pentacle risks, not anything crazy, but I feel like you're going to, it's going to all lead to celebration by the end of the year. I feel like you're learning something little by little. Look, you're not going to learn it all overnight, my friends. It's never going to be that way. We can't. We just don't have the capacity to do it. You're not going to learn about all the ways to self-improve or self-mastery. You're not going to learn all of those things all at once. It's all little by little, but it's the consistent steps that make a difference. All right. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse. So we've got King of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Hermit. Somebody is in hermit mode trying to figure out their feelings about somebody. Two of Wands, because they're at the crossroads of their life. Two of Swords. There it is again. Still can't make a decision, my friend. All you got to do is take off the mask. Yeah, it'll get you out of this. We got 8 and 2 is 10. It'll bring you to the end of your overthinking process. All right. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for attending and watching this. I do appreciate you. I'm out for now. Thank you so much. And I'll go for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.